Wake that up.
LA's #1 hip-hop morning show is Nick Cannon Mornings on Power 106.
Nick Cannon Radio, we going all the way up, and it is time for the up close and personal conversations. Yes, up close and personal conversations with people that I admire, that I look up to, fixtures in the game, and these gentlemen are all in the above. So much more in the presence of kings, legends, the Black Eyed Peas.
What
What's
up, Cannon?
good, man? Yo, this is
bro.
this is truly an honor. Like, even that intro, I always say, yo, it's people that are like fixtures in the game, but y'all like fixtures in the game for real, for real. Like, especially out here on the West Coast, because I think, you know, a lot of people may have been introduced to you guys like once like the record deals and the hit songs popped off. But y'all were like that crew that moved through LA like in the 90s in a way that like from b-boying and dancing and just like, I remember being a kid seeing y'all like talent shows and like just as somebody like in the audience and like, yo, they energy when they do they thing, like it was a well-rounded show all the way around. And then to see the transformation from like that's the joint to then what it then turned into once you guys, you know, added Fergie and all that stuff, like you watch that process go, like one, the resilience, but then also staying true to the form. You know what I mean? As producers and entertainers and just b-boys from like, you don't really see that and that longevity, and to get that type of credibility but still hold on to how it all started, and to see y'all still sitting here together and to say like when did it all start, like initially?
It started when we were 16, 15, 16 is when we realized like this is what we wanted to do. Started a crew. Started going out battling other crews, getting a name.
What
out
area
there.
Specifically? Are everybody from the like?
So San Gabriel Valley.
Yeah.
I'm from East LA, but me and Apple's from Los Feliz.
Yeah.
And then we started our crew, and just killed. I don't like saying that word. Just like
Bodied.
owned Glendale.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was a dance
Glendale.
crew.
Yeah.
Say what you want about Glendale. Glendale's like that's where we started the group.
Yeah.
Like Black Eyed Peas, like where y'all from?
Glendale, motherfucker.
Glendale Galleria, right by the clock, right by hot dogs on the clock.
But that's real LA shit though. You know what I mean? And then to know like starting as dancers and then, you know, taking it just for hip hop from the battle scene and all of that.
Yeah, well, we met at a club called Ballistics.
Yeah.
In the early 90s, Bud Bundy, a.k.a. David Faustino, was throwing this club. And there was people like Robin Thicke, Paula Patton, Leonardo DiCaprio, all these like actors. There was hip-hop folks.
Punky Brewster used to be up in there.
Easy
Twister.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a eclectic bunch.
Yeah, it was the early 90s too.
Brewster and
right?
Eazy-E.
Corky Nemec.
Yeah.
So we met there. I remember seeing App in the circle, and we was battling other people. Will was battling folks on the mic, like it was like 8 Mile, but at this club called Ballistics.
That's how we got signed Ruthless, was just from going there battling.
So yeah, a lot of people didn't know that, like, obviously, like, I remember it's like, there's a book out of photos, and then that's the first time I saw, like y'all was straight B-boy style, and it was like, Ruthless Records artists, the Black Eyed Peas. I was like, oh, shit, how did that come about? Like, cats wouldn't even know. Yeah,
so that the name of the production crew was just Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah.
No, Black Eyed P. In 1992 and 3.
Yeah.
So 1991, 2, 3. No, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was the name of the production crew, but the name of the rap group was At-Band Clan. And At-Band Clan was, you know, an acronym from our dance crew, which is a tribal nation.
Right.
So we became a tribe beyond a nation, which was like, if I think about it, it's like, yo, because our favorite groups at the time were Tribe Called Quest and Wu-Tang Clan. Like, yo, what's the name of your group? A Tribe Beyond a Nation Clan.
At least y'all had the nation in there.
Yeah. And well, how we got to Ballistics, because we was running the Glendale, the Filipino scene. That's where we got popular first. And then a friend of ours was like, yo, you're running this right now, but you need to go to Hollywood to be noticed by the world, you know? And that's how we ended up at Ballistics.
Yeah, and before that, Apple came from the Philippines to the U.S. in 1989.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was adopted as a kid. I was in those programs, 75 cents to a kid.
Nah, word?
And and you get sponsors.
Yeah.
And when I got to the U.S. back in '89, my dad was will.i.am's uncle's roommate.
Oh, wow.
And he needed a babysitter, so they're like, Joe might have a sister named Deborah that could take care of Alan, and he has a kid the same age, about the same age, and at least he had someone to play with till he's enrolled in school.
So y'all family for real, for real.
Took me to East LA, and then that's the first person I met.
Wow.
When I got here from the Philippines.
That's real family right there. And then we cut forward too, because even as we know, once even getting record deals, changing names, members, all of that stuff, that's just how the industry goes. But like, when did you guys officially feel like, all right, what we put together, we popping, we on now? Like, what was that moment?
Really, it was just the crew. Like, we had this long, like, list of members that formed this grassroots crew. So, we knew that we had something special because everybody in all the high schools across LA district knew about Tribal Nation, Divine Tribal Brothers, and Grassroots. And so because of that strong collective, like we in our heads, we were before the internet. So there's a lot of kids out there like, wow, Black Eyed Peas are dinosaurs. So we had this notion of like, all right, look, you can have rank in your town, you have rank in this town, and we started appointing people rank.
Wow.
And they get, each person had the ability to put 3 people on the crew.
Oh, wow.
So
y'all was on some gangbang shit.
Yeah, no,
Y'all was jumping people
I'm
in.
coming from East LA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just borrowed from like my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like,
we gonna jump you in. Then you repping the set.
You had a battle. You had a battle for rank.
And we were so inspired by native tongues. We were so inspired by De La and Tribe that we wanted to make our own version of that. In LA,
the West Coast version.
Yeah.
That, you can always feel that vibe. And maybe just for me, because I probably started moving around out here probably like mid to late 90s. So I felt like I started catching wind of, like y'all was just a movement probably like 96, 97, I think.
We just got signed to Interscope at that point.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I would see, different performances. I was like, yo, I've never seen anything like this, especially out here. Yeah. And then obviously, that's when I started seeing like y'all started doing videos and it was on. So Interscope, was that the movement where it was like, all right, now we are officially on?
No, Easy passed away in 95.
Right.
And that's when we were in summer of 90. So Easy passed away March 26, 1995. And then in June, we started Black Eyed Peas. And the whole thing was, let's play all the colleges across LA.
Right.
Let's play San Dimas, Long Beach, UCLA, USC, Cal State Northridge. Let's play San Diego
LMU.
State, LMU.
At lunchtime.
Yeah.
So we would go to LMU. We recorded our first demo at Loyola Marymount at the studio. We'd sneak into the studio late night, and then Brian Austin Green let us record in his house. Red Food from LMFAO let us record. Binyard from Blood Abraham. Like, we just to go all these people's studios trying to make a demo.
And we would do showcases too, like BMI showcases.
Yeah, I remember them BMI ASCAP showcases.
And then we would meet college students, and then they have like a school project.
Yeah.
And we're like, utilize us to do a video.
Oh.
And that's how we would get some of our video demos.
That's how we did Head Bobs.
Oh, wow.
Johnson Jams.
Yeah.
We met Brian Belichick, who did those Falling Up.
Yeah.
Those school projects. So, just being real scrappy and, building a network. And then because of that, we started getting bidding wars. So Happy Walters from Immortal Records gave us our first offer for like $25K.
Right.
And we thought like, yo,
we on.
You know what I'm saying? Easy signed us for 10 G's.
Yeah.
25K seems like the step up.
Yeah.
Like we let's do this. So then 50K, 100K.
Yeah.
Warner offered us like 150K. V2 with Al Smith offered us like 250K. London Records offered us like 300K. So Interscope came in at 400K. Sony Records came in at like, 600.
Right.
Then London came back at 650. Then Sony was like, we give you $1 million.
Wow.
Then $1,200,000. So then Jimmy's like, look, this is getting crazy. Why don't you guys just listen, if you don't sell any records at Sony and they gave you $1,200,000, that'll be the last record you ever make. It's too much of a demand for a rap group. Sign Interscope for $450. No matter how many records you sell, you could always make records at Interscope. So we're like, yo, we're going to Interscope. And the beautiful thing about that is that we had like a 20-plus year career with Interscope. And then now that this last year we got off of Interscope.
Wow.
And now we're signed to Sony.
Right.
Epic with Sylvia. And Zeke came in and heard like Ritmo and a whole bunch of songs. And then we inked the deal with them. But the beautiful part was Jimmy helped us negotiate our Sony Records contract.
That is dope.
Which was dope because that's the label that we would have been at in 1997.
Wow.
And what's nutty nuts is this is around the same freaking. We got signed for the same amount of money 20 years ago.
Back then. So let's talk Ritmo then, man, because that's the one that's rocking right now, right?
Yo.
Why is this the first one? Because obviously you guys are beyond talented and have so many styles and variations of music, and I know even just knowing there's an archive, or you got hits just sitting around. Why this one?
The timing. You know, we recorded Ritmo. And last year at the Billboard Awards, the Billboard Latin Awards, we were like, yo, bro, Latin music right now is the most vibrant genre.
International.
Yeah.
Just
around the world.
Streaming.
Yeah.
It's the most colorful, the most vibrant, that stuff right now, like, you can curse on here?
Yeah, dude.
That shit right now, them dudes, yo, they taking it to a totally different level as far as like Taboo said, international, just bombardry. They're bombarding the planet, and they're selling out these, arenas. It's amazing. It feels like electro music back in 2008, when no one thought like, yo, they're not gonna play dance music on Top 40 radio.
Shit.
It's like if you're in Texas, if you're in Oklahoma, if you're in like Detroit, they're like, yo, they ain't playing Spanish music on the radio. Yeah, maybe Miami, maybe LA, some pockets, maybe Texas, but you ain't playing Spanish music, on the outskirts of Seattle.
Right.
You ain't playing Spanish music like in freaking Arkansas.
Right.
Yo, watch.
Nah, I mean, and obviously, like you said, globally, everywhere else, and when you look at the streams and you look at what's happening, that music has been popping, will continue to pop globally from South America to Europe to you just see it, and it's almost like they've adapted and created the new world sound.
Yeah.
And knowing that you guys make generational music, some of the biggest records we've heard comes from right here. Yeah. So knowing that, all right, we foresee this or we see the wave and we're gonna put the P spin on it. Is that gonna be the entire sound for this new project?
This new project is Latin leaning, it's Spanglish. Afro and what's awesome is like Afro Latin.
Yeah.
Afro-Latin. So the thing is like growing
world music.
International.
Growing up in East LA, like if you were 18 years old, you didn't listen to the Latin station.
Right.
Because they played like Los Bukis, they played
Los
like
Tigres del Norte.
they played that stuff.
Yeah.
They played like cumbias, and cumbias was not, or rancheros, they played that kind of stuff.
Right.
Now the radio,
Reggaeton.
They're playing the groups that are your age.
Yeah, fact.
And so like I got a school in East LA, and the kids at my school are like, I like the song that you guys did with J Balvin.
Yeah.
So now my kids are like super excited because our stuff is like, popping in a way like they normally speak in like Spanglish.
Yeah.
English, and drop some few words right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, and the fact you're like the perfect group to do that.
And it's
because it's like a mix of everything.
Yeah, the name of the album
like it's hip hop. Like, if a non-hip hop listener, they just hear like one beat.
Right.
Like how many times you gonna make a song like that? So,
right.
But with this style, you could see like you could treat it like that. It's not just one beat. It's how you write on top of it. And
and besides the song being amazing and the collab being amazing with J Balvin, the fact that it's on the Bad Boys 3 soundtrack was just a blessing. We're big fans of Will Smith and Martin Lawrence and the franchise.
Yeah, and there was like the Jaden Smith connection and all of that, right?
Yeah.
Like I mean, again, generational.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? To know that you guys affect and have done so many things, from movie soundtracks to commercials to just music that people think like, yo, I grew up to that record. That was my graduation record. That was the record I was dancing to at prom. Like, and now, is that a lot of pressure knowing
when
all of the accomplishments the Black Eyed Peas have made, and then jumping back in, like you said, new label?
Yeah. That's the beautiful part of it all. Like, it's a blessing and a little bit of curse if you get to a point where you have like an I Got a Feeling and a Boom Boom Pow.
Yeah.
And you have like, it was hard for us after My Humps. It was like, man, that song is so big. And it was hard for us after Words of Love. Like, how do you once you get that level, it's hard to repeat it or beat it.
Yeah.
So from Words of Love, and then like, Don't Funk in My Heart, to Pump It, to Boom Boom Pow, like, yo, we climbed the higher mountain than the last one we climbed. And then I didn't think that we could get higher than that.
Right.
We did the Pepsi campaign.
Super Bowl.
No, this is before, like, 2007.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
2007,
Doritos
we did a Pepsi
campaign.
Doritos. It was crazy. We did a Best Buy campaign, a Pepsi campaign, Doritos campaign,
Apple
iPod. iTunes, and
Yeah.
iPod campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So from 2003 to 2007, we were like, yo, this is it, bro. We moved our parents out the project. Like, we straight. What?
Yeah.
And then we were playing like multiple Staples Centers. And then what I Got a Feeling.
I got a feeling.
And Boom Boom Pow, I Got a Feeling, Meet Me Halfway, I'ma be, Rock That Body. We were like, yo, this is the
Pinnacle.
what?
Yeah.
And then Jimmy's like, put out another record. So then we're like, yo, we still got songs up for this record. So then we did like Dirty Bit, Time of My Life. Then we did the Super Bowl. Just Can't Get Enough. Then we did the Super Bowl. And we were like, yo, this is the biggest. I Got a Feeling had like, at the time, YouTube was fresh, 100 million views, 200 million views.
That was huge.
Throughout the years, because that was 10 years ago.
Damn, I Got a Feeling 10 years ago?
Yeah, bro. Dirty Bits 10 years. We played the Super Bowl 10 years ago. I'm just saying, those sound crazy.
Yeah.
That was a decade. So we recap. We closed the 90s with Joints and Jams.
Yeah.
Then toured all the 2000s. Then closed that year, and so had a string of hits from 2000 to 2010.
Yeah.
And ended 2010 off with I Got a Feeling.
Right.
And started the 10s off with a Dirty Bit, and then playing the Super Bowl. Then Scream and Shout in 2013, and then fizzled away. And then
We just took a break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A well-deserved break.
Then ended off the 2010s and 2019 with Ritmo. Now here we are, top of 2020 with Ritmo like peaking #1 for like 4 weeks in the Latin charts.
Right.
Like number 1 for 6 weeks in the dance charts. And we just started a new decade, bro.
Yeah. So to say the least, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is coming. Like, but when you talk like generational music, people that like they're gonna honor you guys in the same way. And if you guys want to, we'll be able to tour like the Stones, the Eagles, and all of that type of stuff. Where you've seen that massive sea of people around the world and those type of concerts, to whether it's festivals or people coming specifically just to see you. Starting at Glendale,
Galleria,
Rosemead.
all the way
Galleria.
to knowing for the rest of your lives, you'll be affecting the nation, the world, the way that you have, and performing for thousands, hundreds of thousands of people at a time.
You know what the beautiful, simple thing was? Like, we would go to this thing in the Glendale Gallery. So the Glendale Armory, there was like this this club that me and App used to go to all the time. And
Armory.
the Armory, the Glendale Armory, and the people we just wanted to go battle.
Yeah.
So one day we were standing in line for like an hour and a half. And I'm like, yo, man, they ain't letting us in. So App's like, that's because we're not popular. Like, look at all those people. Look at all those people that are those people are getting because they know the people at the door. Everybody knows them. I was like, yo, bro,
You
the
need
moment
to get the stats up.
like, the moment we're popular, App, we don't ever gotta wait in line.
Yup.
Should have just showed up with hot girls.
So our whole thing was like, yo, let's get
A dream could come from a simple motivation.
You just want to be popular.
yo, when we're popular, bro, you know how freaking awesome it's gonna be.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about nothing.
Nah, and that's so dope. And I'm saying all of this because I really think y'all story is so compelling, and it's unique and one of a kind for the music industry to see people who've been through so much and still to sit here together. I mean, like, Taboo, even you and I have had conversations, and just like I remember us chopping it up at the airport, man, and even talking about, you know, your battle and ultimate victory with cancer, man, and to know 5 years cancer free to this date, and to be a father and have that journey, man, like that's some grown man ish right there.
Yeah,
like,
man. You know, like when we talked that time at the airport, like I was just going through my healing process and understanding the ability of being able to use this traumatic experience and the emotional roller coaster that not only I went through, but my family went through, my friends, to be able to be of service and help others.
And that's so inspirational, man. And for people to be able to connect your music to your journey, like, I mean, just offhand is probably touching so many lives.
Well, it shows a humanity side of it. You know, it shows like sometimes people think like nothing could happen to you. You're indestructible because you're on a stage or you're performing. But in actuality, we just, we go through situations.
We're human
like
too.
This. Yeah, we overcome these obstacles. Fortunately, I had a strong support system with my friends and my family, and I overcame that.
Yeah, man.
And I'm alive, man. I'm here. That's 5 years later, I'm alive, and you see the vibrancy.
Yeah.
You see when I look in your eyes, you see how alive I am.
You love being alive.
I love being alive, and I love being on stage and performing with my boys, and being able to inspire my kids. My daughter was born after I beat cancer, so she's like my miracle baby, Right. And so we share that same journey together, and it's just it's a thing to let people know that Black Eyed Peas' story is something really special, and it started from when a kid came from Philippines who was a farmer who was living a life of being able to be there with his family, to now come to the States to provide an opportunity for his family. A kid from East LA, dreaming big, being a motivational person, a talented person, to be able to bring his family from the projects out of the projects. And these things show people that we can actually succeed and make something of ourselves.
Man, if that ain't a movie, like the Black Eyed Peas movie from the Philippines, I need to see that movie.
No, that's the next dream. The next dream that we want to like.
That's easy. Y'all got. When is it happening?
No, we want to do like a Netflix, HBO docu-series.
Docu-series. I mean, the storyline is there. So, I know you guys are innovators and creators on your own. So I know it's just time before y'all sit down and pin it all out, and we will be seeing this.
We've been talking about it.
Even animated would be crazy because I know y'all on that next level.
Like the Spider-Man animation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just like the spot, like with the music, like I ain't gonna put y'all the geniuses to put that out there, but I know it's gonna happen.
No, there's like special moments. Like there was one time we were flying to Mexico, and someone tells Tab's mom, like, how does it feel to go back to Mexico? And she's like, it feels so good to go back to where my origins are from. And so then we were going to Philippines, and they were like, yo, App, what does it feel like to go to the motherland, to your motherland? So App's mom's like, it feels really good that my son's coming back to, his hometown, his home country, to see his people. Everybody's proud of him. So then we're going to South Africa. And so they asked my mom the same question, like, Deborah, what does it feel like? What does it feel like to go back to South Africa? I mean, what does it feel like to go back to the motherland? To go back to Africa. My mom's like, I was born and raised in East LA. My mom says, if we were going to Mexico, I feel like I was going home. And so
that's classic.
It's
that's
like our
hilarious.
whole life. Like my mom was born in East LA. I was born in East LA. Like I'm Blaxican, bro.
Yeah,
I'm black.
as I call it, African and Mexican.
Yeah. I'm like that's why this record feels. This new project that we have, Ritmo, feels like my childhood.
Yeah.
That's how we lived. That song was bumping in the 90s.
Yeah.
And we have some other joints that are on the project that are like reflective.
When do we get to hear all of those? Soon.
It'll be out before the summer.
All right.
Be out before the summer.
Well,
And
Ritmo
the
is
thing
killing
about
it.
us is that we've always had Latin influence on our records. You know, from Latin Girls
Absolutely.
to Tell Your Mama Come. Like, we've always had that.
Y'all ain't new to this.
Yeah.
Mascanada.
with Sergio Mendes. We worked with Juanes from Colombia. He worked with Joan Sebastian, rest in peace. So there's been moments where we've shown folks like this is something that inspires
Y'all was ahead of the
Yeah,
curve.
culture-wise, I mean, Will growing up in East LA.
Yeah.
I'm Native American and Mexican.
Yeah.
And history-wise, Spanish
Yeah,
colonized
that's what the
Philippines.
Philippines,
My
that's the
last name is
mixture.
Pineda.
And I did a song with Shakira and Santana. I'm sorry, that was Wyclef.
I know you get that mixed up on all the. How often?
That was my twin brother.
How often do people like mix? Because truly, it's really just mixing y'all successes up. Really.
No, we look a hell alike. Like I remember, because we went on tour. Our first tour that we ever went on was with like Smoking Grooves. Public Enemy was on
I
that
remember
tour.
that, yeah.
Busta Rhymes, Cypress Hill, Wyclef, Gangstar, MOP, Maya. Like it was an amazing tour.
Yeah.
Cypress Hill. And so while we were on the road, like everybody, all the girls, everybody was like, "Yo, Wyclef." I'm like, dude, the day that they call Wyclef Will I Am, I made it.
Yeah.
So now fast forward to 2014, I'm in freaking New York, and some little girl comes up to me and she's like, "Will I Am, can I take a picture of you?" I'm like, "Sure, let's go." How old are you? She must have been like 10. I'm 10 years old. So I was like, "Sure." So I took a picture with a little selfie with her. Then she runs. She was like, Dad, see? You do look like Will I Am. And I turned around, it's Wyclef. So I'm like, yo, bro, his daughter even said he looks like me.
That's fire right there.
Made it.
Nah, bro, I got nothing but admiration and respect for the both of y'all, just as music men in general. And this whole group, and I know y'all taking it to the next level. Like you said, 2020 and beyond, Ritmo is already popping. All the accolades, all the admiration. But I got my bulletproof vest on, so I can't let y'all get up out of here without putting you in the hot seat. It is time for the firing squad. It's super easy. Sometimes I'm just throw these questions at you, and as rapidly as you can answer them, hit them. Sometimes they're psychological questions. Sometimes they're just taste questions. But it says a lot about who you are. And we're going to start it off over here. Love or fear, the Nico Machiavelli concept. Love app. What would you rather be known as? Rather be loved or feared?
Love.
Love. Tab.
Loved.
Black Eyed Peas is a group of love. That was the easy one. Greatest fear of all time, since we're talking about fear. What's your biggest fear?
Fear.
Fear in itself. Fear of fear.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Fearless.
Fire.
I feel you. Favorite movie?
Willy Wonka, the Chocolate Factory.
Willy Wonka. So not Charlie, Willy, the Gene Wilder one.
Yeah.
Back to the Future.
Ooh.
Catch Me If You Can.
Ooh. That's a best piece of advice you've ever received.
Believe in yourself.
The road to success is always under construction, and you are the builders and the architect of that path.
Fire.
When they close the door, don't look for the next one to open. Build another door.
Yep. Worst piece of advice.
Black Eyed Peas will never make money for anybody.
Mm.
You should be an EMT.
Wow.
It ain't tangible enough.
All right. Worst job you ever had?
I never really had a job.
Really? You didn't have no 9 to 5s? Lucky motherfucker.
No, like we had like a telemarketing to get.
All of y'all?
No, me and Al.
I had a job.
Oh, yeah.
But it wasn't a 9 to 5. That was like
Like on the side hustle to get a
it
couple
was
of
like
bucks?
every Saturday for like 4 hours in Glendale.
Yeah.
Like, we Glendale
Yeah,
kids.
we wanted to get scooters so we could scoot to the parties. 'Cause we were tired of taking buses.
Right.
After 2 a.m., after the club is done, you gotta walk.
Yeah. So you got a little telemarketing job.
Yeah.
What about you, Taboo? Worst
I had a great job, actually.
oh, yeah, it's not the worst, but
I worked at
first.
Disneyland.
Oh,
So
to get in there,
yeah,
you gotta
94,
like
95, yeah.
you gotta
So-
be serious.
Yeah. So I worked at Disneyland from 94 to like 96, 95, end of 95. and I was picking up horse manure during the electrical parade.
Yeah.
That was during the day. And at night, I was performing with Will and App as Black Eyed Peas.
Wow.
He had a busted bug.
I did.
Yeah, like his
No door.
he had a no door, had some duct tape on it. I don't know what, like bungee cords.
That's crazy.
Holding his door up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Everybody
like,
had them buckets, the first bucket. I should start asking that question. All right, most prized possession.
Whoa, wait.
I thought he was saying the telemarketing. I thought y'all shared it.
Oh, we
My
shared
bad.
it? No.
No, what's your worst job?
I had a concession stand job at the Burbank AMC Theater,
Oh, okay.
mixing nachos.
So Will's
with
the only
long
one that
legs.
ain't had no damn job. All right, most prized
No,
possession.
He's doing everything.
my proud possession.
Yeah.
My mind.
Oh, you took it esoteric on us. Prized possession.
My health.
Nice.
Family.
Nice. Guilty pleasure.
I used to like when I first got here, Nilly Vanilli.
Word? That was a fire ass album.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm a big Comic-Con head. I love toy collecting.
Okay.
I've been collecting for years.
All
Toys.
that, yeah.
Working hard than complaining about it.
All right. So we always do this. One album that you can listen to for the rest of your life.
One.
Yeah, just one. You can't listen to nothing else but this.
It's a toss-up between The End, Black Eyed Peas album, with that whole Electro record, but I think I'm gonna like this new one, better than that one.
Nice. One album.
All right.
Stuff.
I'm going to go with the Low End Theory, Tribe Called Quest.
Ooh, that's strong right there.
Inner Visions.
Okay.
Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder. Favorite cuss word?
Shit, because you could use it. You can use that shit for all type of shit.
Use that shit for all type of shit.
Chinga tu madre.
Ah, me too. Chinga tu madre.
Putangina. It's in Tagalog.
Tagalog?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Son of a bitch.
You can say it.
Yeah,
All right. We always do this. Wrapping it up. Top 5 artists. We ain't gonna go MCs that inspire you. Will I Am's top 5.
Prince. Michael Jackson. James Brown.
Okay.
Q-Tip.
All right. One more.
That the last one could be any of another 5, but I'll pick Fela Kuti.
Ooh, that's a strong 5 right there.
I'm going to go Bob Marley,
Okay.
Prince,
Okay.
Tribe Called Quest.
Nice.
Is that artist?
Yeah, you can. You
Tribe Called Quest,
Yeah.
De La Soul, and
That last one is
Sade.
always the hardest.
Sade.
Woo!
Yeah.
Fire.
Oh man. Stevie Wonder, Nas, Pharaoh Munch,
Ooh.
Pasta Noose,
Okay.
and Jimi Hendrix.
Nice. Hendrix. Now this last one, this is how we always wrap it up. You guys might have to collectively do this. We always say one word. We seen the journey. We seen what we even see where you continuing to go. One word that describes the legacy, what you will be known for as the Black Eyed Peas. What's that one word?
I guarantee if you told us to write it on our phones and show you, it'll probably be the same word.
Which would be what? Try. Let's see. This is good. The legacy, the one word.
Why don't we just put it on the thread? Everybody write it, put it on our group thread.
This is good. It's like some newlywed game shit.
and then when we write the one word on the group thread, we all send it at the same time. You ready? You wrote it?
One word that best describes the
Yep.
Black Eyed Peas.
One.
They all wrote it down.
2, 3.
Friendship.
Friendship.
Brotherhood.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
True friendship and brotherhood right here. You see it. It's been an up close and personal conversation with the brotherhood known as the Black Eyed Peas.